Hello and welcome to the TUE Brew review. This week we are checking out BREW. This is an American Pale Ale from Floyds Brewing out of northwestern Indiana. This beer is unique in that it uses freshly harvested hops straight from the field. They throw them right into the brew kettle and away they go. Now, most hops used in the beer making process have been kiln dried to remove most of the moisture, and then they get flash frozen, and that helps preserve them for long-term use and of course used throughout the year to make beer. But freshly harvested hops, often referred to as wet hops or green hops, they will have more of their essential oils and of course their moisture, and they'll tend to have some brighter, stronger flavors. Very similar to like when you get produce. If you go get the locally grown stuff, freshly harvested from your local farmer's market, it's going to have a more dynamic flavor profile than say that same food or produce that you might pick up from your grocer's freezer. So wet hopped beers like this, they start hitting the market in mid to late October and into November. So check them out while they're still out there, because these beers are best enjoyed fresh. So let's go ahead and check this out. This comes in a 12-ounce bottle. You got the familiar Floyds, kind of very colorful, bright Gothic artwork on the label. Of course, there's their familiar tagline, "It's not normal." Not too much other info on here. Oh, it does say here that the hops were picked right from the field and put into our beer vats from vine to brew within 1 day. So within 24 hours, they were utilizing these hops from the field. And I do know they call this a harvest ale. So a lot of times when folks go to the brewery and pick up a harvest ale, because there's no regulation on what a harvest ale is, all beers labeled harvest ale are not necessarily wet hopped. So be careful in terms of what you're buying. I've gotten many a harvest ale this time of year that's just basically a very malt forward amber ale that's not wet hop. So read the label before you buy. So let's go ahead and open this guy up. I get my glass, my opener. So it pours a really nice kind of gold orange color. Poured that a little bit too smooth. Let me get a little bit more head retention on that. So we got kind of a cloudy orange color, and that haze is going to be expected in a wet hop beer like this. So you got a really nice lingering beige head. Already can just feel the wallop of those fresh hops in the nose, and definitely getting that wet hop character. You get a lot of grassy and floral characters, but there's also a nice hit of sweet malt character coming it through the nose as well. Cheers. And of course the flavors follow right along with the aroma. Get some very like tropical, almost like hazy New England style IPA hops in the flavor profile, and you get a really nice malt character in there as well. So it's got a nice bracing amount of hoppiness to it, but also has a really good caramel malt backbone. Got a really nice mouthfeel too. Creamy, medium bodied, and it's kind of interesting because that in the nose I get that grassy herbal hop character that I would expect from a freshly hopped beer. But in the flavor, it's more of that, again, that like New England style IPA tropical hop. But the finish, that kind of wet hop character is coming back in the finish. So in the nose and in the finish, I'm definitely getting that herbal, floral, wet hop character that's really coming through here on the back end. And it's very long in the finish. It's going to linger on the palate for quite some time, which is a good thing. So there you have it. If you can, get out and seek out a wet hopped beer like BREW from Floyds Brewery. Cheers.